massive news for Avatar: The Last Airbender fans. And when I say Avatar, please don't tell me about Avatar, the movie that's in theaters right now, because despite the fact that it has $2 billion worth of income revenue from it, who's watched that movie? Let me know if you watched it. That's a side note. I don't even know. Why am I starting this way? But I got great news for Avatar: The Last Airbender fans. Okay, people, before we get started, quickly, if you would hit that subscribe button and that bell to get notified. We drop new episodes of FORNEVER News every Saturday, 12 p.m. EST, and throughout the week, we re-upload some segments for your viewing pleasure. Hit them buttons, and let's get into the story, shall we? You know, there's a ton of productions in the works for Avatar with different projects, movies, all sorts of stuff, TV. I was going to say anime, but yeah, that's a whole other debate whether it's anime or cartoons, but there's a lot of stuff in the works, and it seems as though we got the first big update for something that is coming. Let's take a look. Because for starters, we got this promotional image of Zuko, and it says October 9th, 2026, year confirmed, month and day projected. So people are projecting the 10/9, but 2026 seemingly is a confirmation. It says here, exclusive animated Zuko movie coming to theaters confirmed for 2026 with a projected, okay, yeah, the projected date. Last month we hit you with the mother of all Avatar news exclusive for 2025, and now we're going even further with the big ticket item of 2026. We have new confirmation from our sources at Paramount, Avatar Studios' parent company and the owner of Avatar franchise, that the previously reported Zuko-focused movie is officially currently on Paramount's schedule for theatrical release in 2026. This will be Avatar Studios' second animated movie following the theatrical release of their first feature, Aang's Team Avatar as Adults, which has publicly confirmed the release date of Friday, October 10th, 2025. So we basically have already the big Aang as an adult movie confirmed for 2025, even though they're saying all these years that are ways off, dog. We just started 2023 and they're like, yo, we got confirmation for 2025. Like, that is a long time from now, a lot of years. So just want you to keep that in mind, that all of this long time from now. Based on Avatar Studios' plans of one movie and one show per year, we can currently project that the second movie will come a year after the first, taking the same Friday slot in the next year's calendar of October 9th, 2026. That, again, is a projection, so take that one with a grain of salt. Like, it could be 2026, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be October. Again, the day and month are a projection, but the year, 2026, is currently official at Paramount. Right now, we know less about the Zuko movie than the adult Aang movie. We don't know what time period the Zuko movie will take place in. We literally just know it's a movie with a Zuko-focused storyline. It's probably a safe assumption that the Zuko movie will take place in a similar time period as the adult Aang movie, but we do know that the three movies of their first 3-year plan are not a trilogy, but 3 separate standalone stories. At least that's what their plan said last year. Therefore, it's totally possible this one will surprise us. Dante Bosco will return to voice him, as he's already attached to voice adult Zuko in the 2025 movie. And yeah, so it seems as though we're going to be, once it gets going, once things start to come into fruition with the TV animated series that they're going to do of the new Avatar, the Aang movie, they're just going to keep on going and going and going. And then we're going to have a Zuko movie, which I think the Zuko movie is probably going to make people flock everywhere. Zuko was one of the most popular characters of Avatar, very controversial, inspired a lot. I mean, he inspired Hakuryu from Magi. He inspired quite a bit of characters that you're like, yeah, that's the Zuko dude. That's him right there. Yeah, they got the Zuko character. So yeah, big stuff there. And again, it's like, so we got a new Avatar series coming that's going to take place after Korra. We got an adult Aang movie and a Zuko film. This is going to be a lot of really dope years for Avatar once it gets started. And again, I gotta say, for Avatar: The Last Airbender, we're not talking about Way of the Water, fam. But either way, 2026, month and day not confirmed, we will be having some Zuko film following the Aang one, and that's going to be big as well. If you don't know about me, then you should know that I am very much so passionate about indie creators of comics. I'm a big fan of seeing people try to make it, chasing their dreams and all that stuff. So I occasionally like to report on what's going on in the community of the comic creators, and in particular in Webtoons. There's been a very, I guess you would say, roller coaster ride of things that have been happening, between Webtoons shutting down a lot of creator funds, some content creators coming out and speaking out against Webtoons' pay and how low it was. Like, it's been a bit of a tumultuous ride, so to speak. But it seems as though in terms of the creatives, this article right here kind of exposes that a a lot of creatives be going through it, and I think a lot of people know that, but it's one of those unspoken things of like, creatives be going through it. Some of the best art comes from pain, you know what I'm saying? Some of the most appreciated art, shall I say, comes from people's experiences, and it seems as though Webtoons creators are going through it. Let's read this. Webtoons, new poll reveals concerning information about manhwa artists. Again, just think mangaka. It's just for Korean translation. Over the last decades, manga has become a powerhouse in the global market, and its popularity has renewed its focus on graphic novels globally. We have seen this easily thanks to the rise of webcomics, and Webtoons houses some of the internet's best series. If you did not know, a number of Webtoons' top titles come from South Korea as opposed to Japan. And thanks to a new survey, fans have learned just how difficult it is working as a Webtoons artist. The report comes straight from the Korea Occupational Safety and Healthy Agency after a team there did case studies on 2 Webtoon titles, Solo Leveling and Roxana. These series were looked into as both their artists suffered declines in health while working, and the Kosha learned some startling information while exploring these studies. According to the survey, the organization learned 28.7% of Webtoons writers admit to having depression, while the national average in South Korea is 7.7%. The report went on to suggest that turnout was higher amongst creators for having blank thoughts, planning blank, and trying to blank. Again, I cannot show that on camera, but basically, you know, if you're feeling a certain way, forget even this article, forget FORNEVERNEWS, all of that, me to you. If you're feeling some type of negative way in that fashion about life and you're not feeling great, talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. It's so corny. I know a lot of people look at it, it's corny. Who cares about corny? Screw all of that. If you are feeling that, whether you're a comic writer or anything, you make music, whatever the case may be, talk to a friend or something, somebody that loves you and cares about you, or just in general, don't be alone, because there are a lot of people that are feeling just like you. And the best thing you could do for yourself is to not be alone, and you know what I'm saying, try your best to watch out for yourself, because that is no joke at all, and that's very, very saddening to hear. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of manga authors are feeling and going through a lot of those similar circumstances as well, because they're just authors in another region, you know what I mean? As the report went on, even more damning information was revealed, as creators who admitted to getting negative comments on their work were more likely to be diagnosed with anxiety or depression. The group was also more likely to develop muscle disorders or health issues due to posture issues. And after serving 300 artists, the majority of creators, 51%, said their monthly income was between $1,600 and $3,200 USD. I think at the higher scale, $3,200 isn't terrible. I think that's actually pretty good for, you know, a comic artist. Obviously, most people don't realize how much work goes into a comic. You know, it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. So $3,200, I can see somebody being like okay-ish at that scale. At $1,600, when you're putting in all those hours, maybe not. I'm not sure. Clearly, the Korean manhwa industry suffers from some infamous issues in the manga sphere overseas. In Japan, manga artists have spoken at length about their impossible schedules and demanding work. Creators like Yoshihiro Togashi of Hunter x Hunter have developed chronic health issues because of their careers, and sadly it seems this phenomenon is now being witnessed in other countries that have embraced manga's rise. And honestly, yeah, it is legit a thing. I can only imagine, especially the fact that, you know, comic creators aren't the craziest paid people in, you know, entertainment. They don't get the ridiculous amount of money, and there's a lot of hours, a lot of work, a lot of self-isolation to get it done. So I could only imagine, and my heart goes out to all of those people suffering from any sort of, whether it be mental health issues, whether you're just feeling, you know, down and out. Keep on moving forward, man. Keep on moving forward. Every creative out there, whether you're a webtoon creator or not, keep moving forward. Lights be flashing and looking at me, such an odd unique, yet I'm so unique and you're looking at me. If the walls could talk, they would probably read bleak, and I'd probably say, bitch, get the fuck off me.